and 𝐸11 user stories. Development team was not happy about it.
I was going to resign if it didn't work this time.
That made things difficult for us.
One of our biggest challenge was queue.
Superkiwi is a website where supermarkets of the Dominican Republic are onboarded. Basically, the supermarkets from Dominican Republic can register themselves and they can enlist all of their products on their supermarket. And then it's the responsibility of the Superkiwi team to actually sell them. So when we took over the system, the initial idea was to make few adjustments in the current application. But when we deep dive, then we came to know that there are a lot of user experience improvements are required. I would have meaningful conversation with the Noel when we deep dive into the coding structure of the framework to make few user experience improvements. We came to know that the complete code was messy and had an obscure framework, and it was quite challenging in order to come up with the large user experience improvements. It was quite challenging initially to restructure the whole system on the large scale, because we had to make huge improvements to change the current user experience to let our customer have the more better version of the product usability. So initially the engineering team was working themselves. Then later on, when we discovered that we need to really onboard a whole product management team, then I had a conversation with Noman and requested him to come up and lead the project. And he have been, a very good decision of us to let Noman lead the project development throughout.
Hey, it's me, Noman Sadiq. I am Hamad.
And I am Osama.
And we are the Superkiwi web development team. Taking over this project was quite a roller coaster ride for me. In start, I thought it was an easy project. We are going to build some of the UI pages and integrate 3 to 4 APIs. And when we do a meeting with client, the client also gave us a green signal. But the thing was not going in our way. It was a big fish.
As Numan stated, it would be a simple project, but it was not like that. But we did some work and modifications in the code, and we finally handed over things to the QA team.
Superkiwi was developed in core PHP with no proper documentation or any support. So it was a big challenge for us in the start. Then we introduced microservices which use Laravel framework. It helped us to enhance the application scalability. Once I remember, just one day before meeting, I found 2 crucial bugs and I just wanted to run away. But after that, we worked on it and fixed those bugs, and altogether it was not as smooth as predicted.
I'm Mohammad Asif-Kiani. I'm working as a SQ engineer at Rev9 Solutions. When this project was assigned to me, I created a bug that was related to child categories are not being displayed on the web, and I reopened that ticket, and the whole development team stood up on me, and they said that is not a bug, and I said yes, it is a bug, and they moved that ticket to staging again, and I keep on reopening, and that goes in that direction. And at the end, we found out that the categories are off from the admin side, and it was not a bug.
As a product manager, after gathering the initial requirements and conducting in-depth research on already developed features in our web application, my next step was conducting the deep market research and the competitor analysis. But however, this is where I found my first challenge. And the challenge I've encountered was a unique market situation where the product we were going to deliver in the targeted market, we haven't found any similar products accordingly. That made things difficult for us to identify the main user pain points. Well, we overcame this challenge, and the next step was preparing the roadmap plan and the wireframe with the proper prototyping, so we can sync up with the product team and the rest of the stakeholders. So I've prepared the wireframe And after syncing up with the stakeholders and confirming the requirements, I handed over those wireframes to our product designer, and she started preparing the Figma designs.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Asya Zahoor, UI UX designer at Rev9 Solutions. So when Superkiwi came to me, my role was to deal the UI screens for it. So the existing designs of Superkiwi was not that much accurate and not that much user friendly. So that I decided and my team decided to move with the new design this time. We did the user analysis, we did the market research, that our competitors are doing, how our competitors are making the UI screens to make the better user experience. So for the UI screens, I used Figma. So firstly, we did the branding, the color scheme, the all the like input fields, the buttons, all that stuff, and then we switched to the UI screens. So basically, we use the Drupal for doing the market analysis and research. The challenge I faced during making the UI screens was when it comes to the prototyping, because prototyping is the thing that makes the design more understandable, that what is the major flow of the screens. I gave the UI screens to our Flutter team, and our development team started creating the functional features for our application.
My name is Tamur and I'm engineering manager of Flutter department at Rev9 Solutions.
My name is Sama. I am Flutter developer at Rev9 Solutions.
So today we are going to talk about Superkiwi. When 𝐸𝐿 first told me we need to develop app which is already published, so he sent me code, we reviewed it, and code was so messy, UI was also not good. So we had a meeting and we decided to work it from scratch. So we faced many challenges while developing this app. So one of our biggest challenges was QA.
I strongly agree with Tamur. Other than QA, we faced many other challenges. Like for example, location module was deeply challenging for us. So, and other than location module, we faced challenges in payment integration in checkout.
Yes, payment was kind of big problem for us because Stripe is not illegally Dominica, so we have to implement different payment gateway for payments. We implemented CyberSource, and outside Dominica our customers going to use Stripe. So implementing these two different payment gateway for us, single functionality, was a kind of bit complex for us.
We also faced problems in order module, but Tamur handled the issue with his expertise.
Yes, order module was a bit complex because every single text which are given on a screen have more than 2 to 3 logic behind it, and also backend architecture was very complex for us. So, but with the passage of time we have completed it and we have succeeded.
During the app development process, I assigned this project to one of my junior, and I was also overseeing it. He found some bugs and reopened the tickets, but the development team convinced him that this is not a bug, this is a feature, and he closed the tickets. And after the completion of whole feature, I tested the feature and found 11 bugs. Those were some really critical bugs, and I reopened 11 user stories, and development team was not happy about it, but this was the part of my job. No bug can hide from me.
Finally, the bugs were resolved and the app was ready for the production release after system testing. Obviously, that was not a simple task, it's a complex job, but as a team, we did a great job and we pulled it off nicely.
Succeeded.